And now I'll turn it over to Mike Morhaime, who will give you an update on Blizzard Entertainment.
Thanks, Eric. The third quarter for Blizzard was a very successful one, thanks in large part to the launch of Mists of Pandaria at the end of September. As of the first week, more than 2.7 million copies sold through, and subscribership had grown to over 10 million at the end of the quarter. We also launched the game in China just 1 week after the other regions, which, as far as we are aware, is the first time any game has officially released in China as part of a global launch. Overall, it was a successful launch, and we were very pleased with the reaction from players and critics. The team worked hard to create a good variety of deeply engaged content for a wide range of players. The challenge mode and the new raids have been very appealing for hardcore players, while our other new features, such as the pet battle system, have been popular with players across the board. This breadth of new content, combined with a vast amount of existing content in World of Warcraft, has resulted in a game that has a lot to offer for veterans as well as newcomers to online gaming. We're looking forward to maintaining engagement by providing more frequent content updates. The first major update to Mists of Pandaria is already in public testing, with additional updates to follow. We have other initiatives planned for the holiday season that we hope will maintain momentum from the launch and continue growth in the community. Moving on to Diablo III, the game continued to sell very well in the quarter, riding the momentum from its record-breaking launch in May. We've updated the game several times to add new features, and these changes have been received well by the community. Next on the slate for Blizzard will be Heart of the Swarm, the first expansion to StarCraft II. With 6 million copies of Wings of Liberty sold to date, we have a large community of players eagerly awaiting the next installment of StarCraft. Beta testing for Heart of the Swarm is well underway, and the development team has been collecting great feedback from the community. Just last week, we made a major content update to the beta in order to test some important community features, which have been well received by players. These features are designed to improve the social aspect as well as the overall user experience for StarCraft players. We're working hard towards a first-half 2013 launch for Heart of the Swarm. We plan on closing out 2012 with one more major initiative, our Battle.net World Championship event, which will take place on November 17th and 18th in Shanghai, China. This event is the culmination of months of intense esports competition involving dozens of online tournaments and live events across 5 continents. The global finals will be very much like a World Cup of esports, with more than 60 top pro gamers in StarCraft II and World of Warcraft competing at the event. The sold-out Battle.net World Championship will be broadcast online to a global audience. Live streams and information about the tournament can be found at www.battle.net/BWC. In closing, we're very pleased with the success of Mists of Pandaria, and Diablo III continues to be a top seller on the PC charts. Heart of the Swarm is well on its way, and we have other exciting projects in the pipeline. BlizzCon will be returning next year as well, adding to what will be a busy 2013 for Blizzard. We continue to build on our infrastructure for long-term growth and remain focused on creating high-quality content for all of our players around the world. Thanks, and I'll turn the call back over to Kristen.
Mike, can you talk a little bit about how Mists of Pandaria is doing in China and what sort of traction you're seeing there? And then also, could you guys comment on mobile? I know it's pretty small right now. We've seen a pretty nice uptick in terms of mobile games on iOS. At what point do you see a tipping point where Activision Blizzard can get more religious on mobile? Is it more on the hardware side, i.e. better graphics and better processing power, or is it more in terms of adoption and how you can really bring the games to the mobile platform? Thanks.
Okay, so on the first question, we're very pleased with the reception in China. Players seem to be really enjoying the game. We've seen an increased engagement in China, as we have in all of the regions. Specifically with respect to China, I can share that we did hit peak concurrency over 1 million users, and so we're very happy to see that as well.